Yo, what's up, Transit? Good morning. I'm so excited that all of you are here for Transit Live. Yo, get in the chat right now and let us know that you're here. We're so glad that you're joining us. I'm gonna set by a good example. I'm gonna go in the chat right now and go, yo, what's up? And by the way, just looking at the chat right now, I'm Ben. I saw your profile picture, and man, you look like you've been working out over COVID, my guy. Look at you. I'm like, holy, that looks totally real. And I'm like, man, like making gains in quarantine. That's awesome. But hey, I'm so excited to be with you all this morning. There's so many things that I'm so excited for this morning. But I just want to say that probably my favorite part so far about today is that it's my favorite national day of the year. It's my favorite national day, and I want you to guess what national day it is. And don't use Google. Don't use Google. Use your mind. You should know what the best national day in the world is today. So let me know in the chat, what national day do you think is today? Hey, Leah, thanks for the love. JB in the house. Yeah, no. So let me know, what national day do you think is today? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. National Pizza and Hot Dog Day. Sunday. Sunday is a good answer. That is, yes, it's Sunday. It's God's day. But no, my favorite national day is actually Animal Cracker Day. National Animal Cracker Day. Man, there's nothing that like makes life better almost. One of the things that makes life better is a good box of animal crackers. Like, man, right after transit, I'm going home to celebrate National Animal Cracker Day, and you should too. I have like 20 boxes ready to go. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't have 20 boxes of animal crackers at home, but honestly, if I did, I could probably eat them in one sitting. That is what I will admit to transit this morning. Man, I have a weakness for animal crackers. But hey, let me know if you like animal crackers for National Animal Cracker Day. But hey, we have an awesome morning ahead. Let us know in your chat. Let us know that you're here. And how about we jump in to our first game this morning? So our first game this morning is called Will It Float? And like this is the most dramatic opening of all time. Give us the title. Yeah, no, so the game is called Will It Float? And basically you can guess what we do in this game just from the title. The point of this game is that we're gonna see an object and we're gonna have to guess if it floats or sinks in water. Be careful. You might think that this game is like, oh, this is gonna be a piece of cake, but like, I saw a couple already. I'm like, I honestly have no idea. So if I were you, I would take notes because this might happen in the future. But let's see the first object here and let's guess whether it'll float or not. Okay, a can of soda. A can of soda. So I already saw this one. Okay, because I just wanted to practice one, so I already saw this one. So I know the answer. And for me, it's not what you would guess. So I'll give you a couple seconds. Let me know what you think in the chat right now. People, there's a mixed bag going on here. Yeah, not everyone's agreeing. We got yes, it'll float. No, it will sink. There's a whole bunch of mixed answers here. Give you a couple more seconds here in the chat. Will a can of soda? And while you're at it, why don't you just say like what your favorite can of soda is? I'm a Dr. Pepper guy. Yeah, like a good Dr. Pepper on a hot day. Woo! That hits the spot. But okay, let's see whether it will float or sink. Oh, it float. Oh, sorry, no, it sinks. It sinks. I meant to say sinks. Yeah, don't correct me on that one. Don't correct me on that one. But yeah, it sinks. And it's like suspenseful. It was like up and down there for a minute. I'm like, what's going on here? I thought it sinks. Yeah, no, okay, that's good. Let's go on to the next question we have here.
A banana.
Oh man, this is okay, so I didn't see this one. So this is probably one of those weird like things like, oh, like, do you know a banana can float? Yeah, so honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm just gonna, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna say that floats. I just did like a little like guessing game in my head. I'm gonna say that banana floats. Yeah, because if I was taking a walk on the beach side and I saw a banana, I could see a banana floating on the water. It would be weird, but I could see it. Let's see. What do you guys think in the chat? Some of you are agreeing with me. Okay, let's see whether the banana floats or sinks. I hate the suspense. Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, I knew it. Guys, you gotta take my word for this. Yeah, okay. It floats. Okay, let's see the next question here. Come on, give us a hard one. This is too easy. A golf ball. Oh man. A golf ball. Okay. What? Yeah, I'm gonna say it sinks. Golf balls, like they're not. No. I was gonna say that they're kind of heavy, but they're like not heavy at all. So I honestly I don't know. Like, okay, for this one, I'm gonna opt to use transit for some help. Let's see what you guys think. You know what? Julian's a pretty smart guy. I hear that Julian's a scholar. So I'm gonna see, what does Julian think? Julian says that it's gonna sink. Think of water traps. I told you. Look at the brains this guy's got. Think of water traps. Oh man. You know what? I'm putting my bets in on Julian. I have no idea, but I think Julian's the man. I think he knows what's gonna go on here. So, okay. So let's see whether Julian is right. Oh! Look at that. When in doubt, if you ever have a problem with transit, man, dial up Julian. Be like, bro, I got this golf ball here, and like, I'm just wondering, will it float or sink? Julian will be like, bro, that's gonna sink. All right. Let's see the next question here. A potato. I'm gonna say a potato floats, because I'm going to use my own scholar brain here. I'm going to say that a potato floats because the starch in the potato has a floating agent in it. Look at those brains right there. Who would know that starch makes things float? So, yeah, if you can't swim, never mind. Go get some starch and then like hold on to it. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, let's see. Oh no way! I'm gonna pick a scholar from the chat who's a student. How about Gabriel Ferris? What do you think? Potatoes sink in water. Oh, you disagree. You know what? I don't think you're a scholar because you disagree with me. I don't honestly. Yeah. Sorry to hear it, but like we all know that JB gets everything right in these games. Like I have a perfect record so far. Don't go back to the other transit videos and fact check me on that one. But okay, let's see. The moment of truth. Does a potato float or sink? Oh wow. Yikes, Gabriel just like showed me up there. Look at that. Gabriel, you have the permission to chirp me in the chat right now. Just chirp me. You were right, I knew you were right. I was putting your knowledge to the test, and you prevailed. Gabriel, awesome job. You did great. You believed in yourself, and that's awesome. Hey, do we have one more round going here? Okay, we got a couple rounds going here. Okay, toilet paper. Float? I think I've said float for everything, though. You know, that's a good idea. Did you know that? Yeah. That's how I do it, man. That's how I do it. Okay. Does toilet paper float or sink? What are you guys saying? Sink. The brew bakers are saying sink. Float, float, sink. I want some reasons here. Come on, give me some reasons. I can't just take you for faith. Like, come on. Give me some reasons here. I got to know what I'm betting for here. Because it takes on water, sink. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, all right. We need a float reason. That's what JR is here right now. He's like, give us a float reason. Yeah, we're not jumping on board unless we have a reason. Okay, so because it takes on water, let's see how that works. Taking on water, taking on water. Wow. Are you kidding me? I'm kidding. You were close, and you had some good reasoning there. Sometimes life is weird. I guess that's all you could say. Sometimes life is weird. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Okay. Let's man, look at there's some celebrating going on in the chat right there. Okay. Let's see another one here. Does it work? I can do this all day. Sink, float, I don't know. Okay, those are two great answers. Three great answers. I'm gonna guess it sinks. This is the heaviest thing that we have had so far. So I'm gonna guess that the mayonnaise sinks here. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, let's see what happens here. Does the mayonnaise float or sink? It floats. This is unpredictable. Don't get down on yourself because water is confusing. Once you figured out water, man, you probably figured out everything. No, I'm just kidding. But okay. Okay, so do we have time for one more? Are we doing one more game? Sounds like we're doing one more. Hey, if you've gotten everyone wrong, you have a chance to take that all back. You have a chance to take that all back. Let's see our next object here. Okay, we're going to go with paperclip this time. Okay, so before you get all riled up, before you throw your answer in the chat, just take a moment, sit back, relax, and think about this. Take a moment and think. Does a paper clip float or sink? I'm going to take float. But I've literally said float for everything because you know what my strategy is. To say float for everything. So, you know what? I'm going to say float. Let's see what it is. What are you guys thinking? Floats because it's really light. Yeah, that's a good point. It sinks because I've never seen it happen. All right. Oh, wait. Julie 55430 says, sink, I saw it happen in school. Oh, man. Before we go, I'm taking it back. I'm trusting Julie. I'm trusting the eyewitness account that paper clips sink. Julie, I'm trusting in you here. Don't let me down. Okay, let's see whether it sinks or floats. Last one. Oh, wow. Man, Julie, I thank you this morning. I thank you on National Animal Cracker Day for saving me for this last one because I think I got everyone wrong before now. So, hey, that was a fun game. Hey, we got to do a second version of that sometimes because that makes me feel good about myself with all my smart skills going on up here. But, hey, if you're new here this morning, we just want to say welcome to Transit. We're so excited you're here, and we just want to let you know that Transit is a place that you can discover a faith of your own, invite your friends, and also have fun and learn some life lessons here. Now you know when you're walking around water, don't drop your paperclip because you're not getting it back. So yeah, you learned something productive for the week ahead here. But hey, it doesn't stop there. If you're also new, we want to send you a gift to welcome you to Transit. And to get that gift, all you have to do is go to our New Here link, which is right here on the screen. And when you go to that link, when you fill out that form, we are going to send you some Transit swag. Yeah, that's right. I firsthand know that the Transit swag is pretty awesome. So you're not going to want to miss out on that Transit swag. But hey, now I'm so excited for this next part of Transit because we're going to be jumping into our message. But today, not only is this a normal message, but we have our very own JR from Transit giving us the message this morning. It's going to be awesome, and I know that I got a little sneak peek of it. You guys are going to really enjoy it. I'm so excited to hop into this message. We're going to be talking about sharing our faith with our friends, something that definitely can challenge us all. But before we go into that message, how about I just go ahead and I pray. God, thank you this morning for Transit Live. Thank you for letting us all gather here live on YouTube together. And God, I pray that you speak through JR this morning. Thanks for JR, and thanks for this message that you'll be sharing through him today. And help us learn ways that through the week we can share our faith with our friends. In Jesus' name, amen.
It seems like a simple problem. Your friends are over here, and you want them to come over here. But somehow, this seems absolutely, frustratingly, terrifyingly impossible. Well, we're going to help you navigate this feat with 5 ways to get your friends to church. Are you ready? Taking notes? Start taking notes. Okay, great. Let's do this. All right, number 5, peer pressure. Get 10 other friends to stand around them. The bigger the better. Walk up and say, "You're going to church." If they refuse, have everyone start yelling at them until they go. This is extremely effective. Number 4, use a llama. To do this, you need a really well-trained llama. Get your friend to get on the llama, then cue it to run all the way to the church. Bam. You have a friend at church and a llama to take you to prom. Number 3, hire the president to do it. I mean, if you have the money and the connections to make this happen, yeah, you need to do this. That would be totally awesome. Number 2, bribe. This works a lot. Say you'll buy them a breakfast burrito before church, or a breakfast burrito after church, or a breakfast burrito during church. People like food and are usually totally down for free food, especially breakfast burritos. Duh. And the number 1 best way to get your friends to church, ask. You need to ask. They are your friends. It's okay to ask and be persistent. Your friends may never come to church if you don't just simply ask. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't need to have all the answers to their questions. Invite them. Offer to give them a ride. If they say no, it's okay. But you should try, though. Who knows? Maybe they're waiting for you to ask. You can do it.
What is up, Transit? I'm so excited you're here. Before we get into it, I just want to ask you this quick question. You know, when you're at school or when you're with your friends, what is it that you talk about? You know, do you talk about that TV show that you're watching or that movie that you just saw? You know, do you talk about that book that you're reading or maybe that assignment that your teacher gave you? Maybe you talk about sports or video games. See, whatever it is, you probably talk about it because you enjoy it or you find it interesting. See, now I'm gonna give you a few seconds and I want you to think of just a few things that you and your friends talk about often. See, for me and my friends, it would definitely be sports, video games, and food. See, me and my friends love these 3 things and we find it interesting, so we talk about them a lot. Now that I've given you a quick second to think about, a few things, I have a question for you. Was God one of those things? Or Bible one of those things? Or church? See, if God or the Bible or church isn't in that list, don't worry. You are certainly not the only one. I know when I was in middle school, that was the last thing I wanted to talk about. So often I feel like we are afraid to talk about God or church because we're not sure what people might think. We're not sure how they're gonna react. I know I was always afraid that, if I talked about God, people were gonna label me as that weird Christian kid. Or, I was afraid that if I talked about God, I would say something wrong, and that certainly wasn't something I wanted to do. But, I was so afraid that often I would ask myself the question, is it worth talking about God to friends? See, is it worth taking that risk of, maybe saying the wrong thing or being labeled? Is it worth that just to talk to someone about God? And actually in the Bible, Jesus talks about this to a group of people, including some who are called Pharisees. Now, Pharisees were these religious leaders of the day, and they studied the scriptures, what we now call the Old Testament. And they knew all of the rules and all of the laws, and they followed them to the best of their ability. And along with that, there was also a lot of people who were like tax collectors who weren't always the most honest, and sometimes didn't have the best reputation. And see, there was both of these people who were listening to what Jesus was saying, and the Pharisees actually, they ended up starting to get kind of jealous and nervous that Jesus was hanging around with these things. So in Luke 15 verses 1-7, Jesus actually addresses that and tells them this story. All right, Luke 15 verses 1-7. Tax collectors and other notorious sinners often came to listen to Jesus teach. This made Pharisees and teachers of religious law complain that he was associating with such sinful people, even eating with them. So Jesus told them this story. If a man has 100 sheep and one of them gets lost, what will he do? Won't he leave the 99 others in the wilderness and go to search for the one that is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he will joyfully carry it home on his shoulders. When he arrives, he will call together his friends and neighbors, saying, "Rejoice with me because I have found my lost sheep." In the same way, there's more joy in heaven over one lost sinner who repents and returns to God than over 99 others who are righteous and haven't strayed away. See, what Jesus is saying is that he actually loves everyone, and like this shepherd, cares about each one of the sheep in his herd. See, when that one went off and he left the other 99, I don't know, if it were me, I probably would have just stayed with the 99. I wouldn't have taken that risk to go out and find that one. But Jesus actually, he says that he loves everyone enough to take that risk of leaving the 99 to find that one. Well, what does that have to do with me talking to my friends about God? Well, just like the shepherd took the risk of leaving the 99 to find the one, we have to take that risk of maybe stepping outside of our comfort zone and talking to our friend about God. See, what the shepherd realized was that the reward of going out and finding that one sheep and bringing him back was worth the risk of leaving the 99. See, he realized that the risk was always worth the reward. See, the risk of us stepping outside of our comfort zone to talk to a friend about God is worth the reward of them finding out about God and learning more about Jesus. See, now you might be wondering, what does this look like for me? Well, it can mean different things depending on how comfortable you are talking to your friends about God. See, if you're super comfortable talking to your friends about God, that is great. I'm so excited for you. But maybe just talking to them about God isn't that much of a risk. So maybe it's taking that extra step and inviting them to church, or inviting them to watch transit online, inviting them to do a Bible plan with you. Maybe you're like me and you don't talk to your friends about God that often, and so it's kind of scary. Maybe just taking that little step in talking to someone about what you did this past Sunday at Transit Online, or what you talked about in small group. Maybe it's talking to them about that Bible verse that you read that morning or last evening. See, what we have to remember is that the risk is always worth the reward. Now, I encourage you, wherever you are, to talk to your small group leader, or maybe a parent or older sibling, about what that next step can be like for you. Because we have to remember that the risk is always worth the reward. And so I just want to leave you with this one quick question. This week, as you go off, what is one way that you can be like the shepherd?
Yo, hey, sorry, I didn't know we were back yet, but we're back live. Hey, I just want to say that was an awesome message from JR. Man, he said some really good things there. Hey, if you are in the chat right now, just show JR some love in the chat. I see that you guys were encouraging him all the way through that message. But yeah, there's so many great things there. And something that he said that definitely I was like, man, that like I can relate to that, is that the risk is worth the reward. And if you're going to take something away from transit today, I would say take away that. Take away that the risk is worth the reward. You know, I know that when I was in school, there was one time I can remember where I was like, one of my really close friends, I really wanted to share my faith with him because I really cared about him. But this felt a little uncomfortable though. I'm like, will he judge me? Will he still be my friend if I share my faith with him? Will he think it's weird that I go to church? But I decided to then go ahead one day and say, hey man, I want to tell you about my faith in God. And also I want to invite you to church. And I'm so happy that I did that, because when I did that, he actually came to church with me, and he started talking about God with me more. I could see how God was then able to work in his life, but I knew that God most likely would have a harder time working in his life if I didn't share my faith with him. So definitely the risk is worth the reward. Such an awesome message from JR. Hey, we want to keep the conversation going. So throw in what you took away from today's message. But today was an awesome day for Transit. I'm so happy that all of you came and were in the chat, and we had such an awesome game with that game, and then ended it off with such a great message. But now we have one more thing to do before Transit ends today. We have our challenge. This is a challenge that we have done before. The challenge is called Emoji Who? Yeah, I love this game. This is like one of my favorites, because I get to determine the winner too. So yeah. So anyways, if you haven't played this game before, basically the point of the game is that all you have to do is you have to spam the chat with emojis. Something I know you guys are really good at. Spam the chat with emojis. And when I see the emoji that is in my head right now, you get the prize. That's how it goes. If you get the right emoji in the chat, you get the prize. So let's start off with some Emoji Who. I'm going to count you guys down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spam that chat with emojis. Let's see. I already see some people were ready to go here. Let's see. Throw in multiple emojis at one time. Okay, what are you guys saying? I don't see it yet. Oh man, so many emojis. So many emojis. Okay, I don't see it yet. Not quite yet. Man, if I were you, I'd just go all the way through the chat and use all the emojis that I could. Man, this is my type of game, because this is a type of game that you can almost do anything to win it. All right. I don't yet, and it sounds like the team here is saying that they don't see the emoji yet. It might be time that we give you a hint here. We'll give it a couple more seconds, but if we don't see it in a couple of seconds, then we'll throw out a hint here on the screen. Oh, we have. Oh. Never mind. Okay, so now you guys know. The tech team saying over here, they're like, bro, you've already, the hints on the screen there. That's embarrassing. Okay. Let's see here. It's a type of food. So if I were you, don't do any more face emojis. It's not that. Just a warning. It's a food. All right. Let's see. I see bananas, but it's not a banana. Oh, Brew Bakers, you're so close. Okay. We got the right answer. congratulations to, wait, where was it? I just saw here. Here we go. Mika and Atkinson. Hey, you got the prize. That's awesome. You know what? I don't care what anybody says. It can be hard. There's a lot of emojis in there. But yeah, you did a good job. It was the pizza emoji. I'm feeling some pizza, and maybe because it's like National Animal Cracker Day, I'll throw some like animal crackers on top. Let me know if you think that's good. Let me know if you think that's a good topping. Animal cracker pizza. All right. Hey, well, today was such an awesome day. I had a great time. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and we'll see you for Transit Live next week. Peace out.